Kane is going to be pleased to hear how skillfully you've handled yourself. And a word from me to Kane goes a long way in the Brotherhood. These walls imprison many friends and members of the Brotherhood. Free them regardless of cost. Overwhelm the prison, but leave it standing.
What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji here, and as you can imagine, we are back with Nod Mission 3 now. The last set of videos saw us doing missions 1 and 2 in about as long as it's going to take us to do mission 3. So, the objective of this mission, if you don't pay attention to the cutscenes, can throw people off the first time they play this level. I remember when I first saw this level, I was quite young, and so I actually did fail this level the first time I played it. We have to capture, not destroy, the GDI prison. If you destroy the prison, you get an instant mission failure. So, all we're going to do is use our vehicles. We can't build vehicles, so these are our lot, to clear up the northern area. And the reason we're going to do that is because it's Tiberium. So we want to rid GDI of their control on this sort of Tiberium field. It's provided us with recon bikes, which are fast-moving, rocket-shooting soldiers. They're very good in open RA, but they are not so good in the base game. They are very quick, they're very agile, but they are so fragile. They're a bit like wet noodles. So, as I've mentioned before in the GDI missions, the more of a production structure you build, the quicker you actually produce units. So, once our power's fixed, we'll be taking full advantage of the Hand of Nod being spammed to produce an onslaught of infantry. People think it's all about keeping your vehicles alive. It's really hard to actually keep your vehicles alive, so it's best to just use them to clear up as much of the external GDI forces as you possibly can, and then overwhelm the base itself with infantry. If you tuned in for the GDI campaign, you should be well familiar with the way GDI units actually function. Most of these units you have seen yourself at various points. So you may be seeing a bit where this strategy is going to end up going. We're just destroying the back line of the sandbag walls, something that the AI is never really smart enough to do. And we're destroying it as far as the Humvee was going to let us. Now that the GDI base is exposed, it's all about that spam, and we're just going to hammer down on the production and produce an onslaught of minigunners with some rocket support. It's very important to prioritise minigunners over rockets. Not only are rockets more expensive by 3 times the amount of money, but the minigunners are going to do a good enough job against Humvees. The only reason we're taking some rockets is for the purposes of dealing with the GDI guard towers. Again, minigunners could overrun guard towers, but you can also just as easily outrange them with the use of the rocket soldiers, which is what we'll be doing. Now, the game starts you with a couple of engineers, and we're going to produce a couple more. And lose one to the idle Humvee. So, the mission is pretty self-explanatory and what it's going to do. Next, these rockets are going to outrange and fire in on the Humvee. With the final Humvee down, we can reinforce with our engineers, but also make a large push against the GDI barracks. GDI barracks does produce units, as you can see, and all we're going to do is run in our engineers and get told that we need silos, because as always I never build silos. But that's okay, we can capture the GDI silos. So as you no doubt imagine, the mission is all but secure at this point. I'm capturing the power plant just so it looks neat. As I've said multiple times, you don't want to capture a power plant. The very first few times you encounter a harvester, the harvester is always injured, so that's the case there. The GDI harvester starts with half health. Can't be any lower than that because, of course, harvesters auto-repair themselves back up to half health. And now we can just spam infantry because the mission is all but done.
Mission accomplished.